Good morning, Bande Matram. Welcome all of you. The topic to be discussed right now is the true movement is a pure aspiration and surrender. The true movement is a pure aspiration and surrender. That is the core of things, core of surrender, core of sadhana. I mean, true movement is a pure aspiration and surrender. Before going to the topic, at least a couple of lines we will discuss right now on aspiration and surrender. We keep discussing a lot of things on surrender. Right now, Sri Aurobindo has mentioned two things, not only surrender, but he stresses upon aspiration also. These are the core things: faith, rejection, aspiration, surrender. These are the core things without which nothing more greater progress can be achieved. So here two things are stressed upon, that is aspiration and surrender. This is here in the course the true truest of the truths that we have to taken care, the true movement. When aspiration is current, surrender, aspiration is concerned, again and again, a lot of things we have been discussing again and again, same type of things we keep discussing. Wrongly, we have taken aspiration and second thing is your desire in the same line. Many people think they are almost the same, but there is difference. So we aspire for only four things. Already again and again we have quoted in a very clear, crystal clear manner. These four are, freedom, immortality, God, and light. Freedom, immortality, God, and light. These four are done. If these four, for this, you have got the expectation, hope, and you aspire for these four things. This is our aspiration. And the bearing these four, excluding these four, whatever and wherever you go, these are coming under the banner of desire. Desire must perish. Desire is the sole cause of all effort. Desire is a child heart's cry, crying for bliss, but aspiration is different. Aspiration shows the image of a crown. For the crown you are struggling for, you are evolving for, you are moving forward for the crown, and the aspiration shows the image of a crown. Very interesting. And all aspirations are not wrongly should not be taken as desire. Desire is different. So you have got your earthly desires, material desires, but aspiration, it is solely pointed towards divine and divinity. Here in the course explains aspiration beautifully. Aspiration, all sincere aspiration has its effect. Aspiration, but again, sincere aspiration has its effect. All sincere aspiration has its effect. Definitely will find the effect if the aspiration is sincere. If you are not constant in aspiration, the nature will then sink back into its old lower levels, lower ways. There must be aspiration and consistent. If it is not consistent, for some time you have aspired, you have risen to a level, and if it is not consistent, then again the nature will sink back into the old ways, old lower ways. But Sri Aurobindo again and again frequently cautions us: aspire intensely but without impatience. Aspiration must be constant, must be intense, but there must not be any impatience, without any impatience. So impatience and restlessness in aspiration, it is not expected. Don't do it. Aspire intensely but without impatience. There is no need of words in aspiration. Many times we feel when we aspire, we will do something, we'll talk something, we'll pray something, we'll pronounce something, we'll utter something like this. Here in the course, aspire intensely but without impatience. And there is no need of words in aspiration. It can be expressed or unexpressed in words, irrespective of wordings. It does not depend like this. So intensity of aspiration brings the intensity of experience proportionately. As you sow, so you reap. Intensity of aspiration brings the intensity of experience, and by repeated intensity of experience, if this experience is coming repeatedly, then there is bound, change is bound to come. Change is bound to come. It is there. This is aspiration. Sincere aspiration, intense aspiration, true aspiration, constant aspiration, ceaseless aspiration. These are the requirements you have to do. Against your will, go for this topic. Two things are necessary. One is pure aspiration, another pure aspiration. There must be purity in your aspiration. Pure aspiration and surrender. After all, one has not the right to call on the divine to manifest himself. What, what authority we have? What task we have got? How can we be able to? What right we have? One has not the right to call on the divine. Right to call on the divine to manifest himself. It has not got. You have not got the right. You can aspire. You can surrender. You can expect, but you can't. You don't have the right to call on the divine to manifest himself. It can come only by a response, as a response to a spiritual or a psychic state of consciousness. Reciprocation. Call is there, answer is there. Prayer is there, it must be granted. But thing is that there must not be any compulsion. You can't compel, impose. It is, again I will try to quote it you. No right to call on the divine to manifest himself. It can come only as a response to a spiritual or psychic state of consciousness. We don't know what is the consciousness, how it will be psychic, and how it will be spiritual. That also we don't have. But the thing is that we claim so. Or to a long count of sadhana rightly done, long course of sadhana rightly done. Sadhana, it must be the course will be definitely long course of sadhana rightly done, or if it comes before that or without any apparent reason, it is grace. Steps are like this, but without even following the course, or maybe before time, earlier it is coming, there itself it counts the grace. Very interesting line. So you don't have the right to call on the divine to manifest himself. Then what is their requirement? It can only come as a response to the spiritual or psychic state of consciousness. As per your spiritual and psychic state of consciousness, it will come and manifest. Or in the long course of sadhana, as usual, in the long course of sadhana, and if it is rightly done. Long course of sadhana, if it is rightly done, then it will be fulfilled. Or if it comes before that, long course of sadhana, if it is coming before, shortly. Yesterday I was just traveling in a town bus. It was almost 9 o'clock. 9, after maybe somehow more than 9. Then there itself I could be able to find some numbers that local town bus. Almost everywhere it is written S. Daytime it was, suppose it was 18, 19, 11. Evening time at 9 o'clock everywhere it is written 19S, 18S, 17S, 11S. I was curious enough how it come. Because normally we travel by vehicles, private owned vehicles, out of compulsion. I was returning from a long distance after completing a spiritual program on Mother and Sri Aurobindo. This was the 1st of January. I came, there was no other go. It was almost more than, it crossed 9. So I got into a town bus, and I thought everywhere, maybe parallel line bus or anti-parallel line buses. And there is written one whole number, and at this whole number side there is S. And at that time actually the bus was little bit less rush. No more people were there, because throughout the day, after moving here and there, enjoying this new year. They were maybe they were fed up or tired or something, whatever you use. And moreover, it was a chilly night. Then this driver, I asked this driver, "What is this?" Yes, he's expressing this is for a short short trip. Means original trip it will not do. Suppose the bus was going from bus stand towards Nandankanan or railway station to Nandankanan, it is not going like this because it has got its set. Last trip it is going to the set in the described set, destined set. It will stop. It will not go to the final point of destination. So this is a short trip like this. So initially Sri Aurobindo has quoted a long way to go. It is a big journey, but before that also shortness. Before that also, if it comes before that or without any apparent reason, before that or without any apparent reason, that is what is known as nothing but grace. Grace and nothing but the grace. Pangu langhaite giri mukam karoti vajalam. It is possible. A lamb can cross the mountain. Mukam, not able to talk. He can speak like anything. Eloquent speaker he can become. This is what the gift of grace, glory of grace. But one can't demand or compel the grace. That also it is not there. Manifestation and here also second thing, grace, you can't compel. Then what it has to do? Grace is something spontaneous. Spontaneously it comes. It is not being sold somewhere, or somebody is going to give a lecture on grace, you are going to have and he will give one packet full of grace to you. Or it is sold in the Reliance Fresh or Big Bazaar, you are going to, or Q Bazaar, M Bazaar, you are going to buy it at the required amount. Spontaneous, which wells out from the divine consciousness as a free flow of the being, of its being. It is a free flow. Very interesting definition. Grace is something spontaneous which wells out of the divine consciousness as a free flow, of its being. The bhakti looks for it. It is spontaneous. It is coming out, wells out. It is very interesting. Wells out of the divine consciousness as a free flow. You don't have to pay anything for that. Free flow of the being. And the bhakta must seek for it, look for it. If it is not required, then why shall I go? It is there. You can find people are selling the things there on the road, in the bazaar, or in the stop. Whoever is needy, who wants to buy, he will go and there will be something, some exchange of words. They will, or bargaining, counter bargaining, or something is there. If he is not interested, he won't look at it. He won't go. Then what is the point of selling or buying? If the bhakta looks for it, but he is ready to wait the perfect reliance. Ready to wait in perfect reliance. Reliance comes from the, your strong faith, reliance without mistrust on the divine. Wait in perfect reliance, even if the need be. All his life he has to wait without any question, without any compulsion. Maybe all his life, knowing that it will come. It will come, definitely come. That unshakable faith must be there, present in you on the sadhaka. Yes, it will be there. It will come. I am confident. Yes, it will come. And if that confidence is there, that reliance on the divine is there, it is bound to come and it will come. And never varying in his love. Never varying in his love and surrender, because it does not come now or soon. You don't know when it will come, be there available near you, when you will get, when that point will reach. You have to keep the unshakable faith. You must have infinite patience before coming to the yoga. Suppose before time it is coming, Sri Aurobindo has described, we have already read. This is what is the gift of grace. So this is the gift of grace you have to take for granted, and it is bound to come. For from you, two things are needed: pure aspiration and surrender. Thank you for this morning. Vande Mataram.